Today, we're diving into the story of Tricia Lee from Netflix's Owning Manhattan. And trust me, this is way more than just a story about fancy real estate. It is a masterclass in how to take a public snub and turn it into an absolute power move, taking total control of your own narrative.
So it all kicked off when the trailer for Season 2 dropped. And fans of Tricia Lee, well, they noticed something was a little bit off. I mean, despite being a major player at the Serhant brokerage, she was, practically invisible. She got just this much screen time.
Yeah, that's it. 1 single second. That was her total screen time in the trailer for a show she's a star on. Now, for anyone in the public eye, that could feel like a massive slap in the face, right? But to really get the full picture here, you have to see the other side of the coin.
And this number? This is the other side of the story. $141 million. That is the value of the inventory Tricia Lee and her partner brought to their brokerage this year alone. It really makes you ask the question, how does an agent this valuable get so little airtime?
Well, the reason for the snub is, kind of ironically, a huge testament to her character. You see, Lee herself admits she doesn't really have those trailer-esque moments. Her philosophy is super simple. If it doesn't impact her bottom line, she is staying out of the drama. But this focus on business over theatrics, that's something she's been building for decades.
To really understand her response, you first have to understand who she is. Her story did not start with reality TV. Nope. It began with pure grit and entrepreneurship, building businesses from the ground up, long before any cameras were rolling.
I mean, just look at this. You can see a clear pattern in her career. Back in 1998, she moves all the way across the country for a job at a Mac counter, and boom, she quickly rises to management. By 2005, she's her own boss, founding the Polish Bar in Brooklyn. After a decade of success with that, she pivots into real estate in 2015 and is immediately named Rookie of the Year. See, this isn't luck. It is a history of proven success. So when that trailer snub happened, she didn't just get upset, she got strategic.
And this right here is where the story completely pivots. Instead of letting the conversation be about her being left out, she just grabbed the reins and took complete ownership of the whole thing. She saw the situation not as an insult, but as an opportunity to reinforce her brand and her value, and to do it on her own terms.
This quote, wow, it tells you everything you need to know about her mindset. Her public statement wasn't some emotional reaction. It was a cold, calculated business decision. She knew people were asking questions, so she decided to provide the one and only definitive answer herself, leaving zero room for speculation or gossip.
So let's break down exactly what she did. It was brilliant. First, she publicly acknowledged it. Yep, I noticed I was left out. Step 2, she just stated the facts. The trailer isn't her focus, her business is. Step 3, she reasserted her value, casually dropping that $141 million in inventory and the Deal of the Year award. And finally, step 4, she controlled the narrative, making sure her voice was the loudest and clearest one in the room.
And the result of all this? Her direct, no-nonsense post got the most engagement she has ever had in her entire career. It proved that her audience values her substance way more than any manufactured TV drama. It was just a total power move that perfectly summed up her entire philosophy.
This whole incident, it perfectly captures what you could call the Tricia Lee doctrine. Substance always comes before showmanship. So while Owning Manhattan might be trying to project this image of glamour and drama, her reality is rooted in decades of hard work and a business-first mentality.
I mean, the contrast here is pretty stark, right? The TV myth is all about the flash, the feathers, the earrings, this idea of instant fame. But the Tricia Lee reality? It's about decades of hard work, a business-first mindset, and earning prestigious awards for the exact same deals they're highlighting on the show.
And here it is. This is the knockout quote that just sums it all up perfectly. She loves the glamour, the feathers, the earrings, all of it. But she makes it crystal clear that those things are the rewards for being a great agent, not the tools you use to become one. The work comes first. Always.
So this whole experience, this professional challenge, it didn't just end with a viral post. It actually led to a really profound personal and professional realization for her, something she describes with this beautiful metaphor.
She calls it the thorn and the rose. And it perfectly frames her journey of navigating this new professional world, facing these obstacles, and, in the end, finding strength and a renewed sense of purpose right there in the struggle. So the thorn, for her,
was a really tough 2-year period where she was trying to break into the Manhattan market. But through that struggle, that's where the realization came from, the Rose. She rediscovered her power base in Brooklyn, the community where she built her very first business. She ended season 2 not feeling defeated, but with a brand new fire and focus on the market that she truly owns.
Which, it leaves us with this final thought. Tricia Lee's story really challenges our modern obsession with just being visible. In a world that rewards those trailer-esque moments, maybe the real power isn't about being seen, but about being so confident in your own value that you don't need a trailer to prove it.